I'm Samantha Bisak. I am the manager of the CCP program at Tiffin University, and this is a short video to go over the program overview, a quick orientation, and a few quick steps to get you started as a CCP student. So the first thing we want to touch on is that as a CCP student, you are expected to adhere to the student conduct policy that's stated in the student handbook. And one of the things we really want to underline here is that it is your responsibility as the student to maintain contact with your professors and to arrange meetings if you're not understanding any course material. Those messages to your instructors can be sent directly through Moodle, or you can use your TU email account. Instructors will not accept or read emails from parents or guidance counselors, even if you have a signed FERPA form on file. Our FERPA forms are the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act form, which will grant parents access to your educational records. If you would like to sign that and release that FERPA form, please contact me and we can get you started. Otherwise, if the form is not signed, FERPA states that your grades and other educational resources are protected. So as a student, you are the only individual that can contact your professors or other TU personnel about grades, participation, or anything similar. Attendance as a CCP student is a very big part of the courses. A lot of times attendance plays a big part of your grade for a course. So the expectation is that your student absences, an unexcused absence, cannot exceed more than 25% of the required class sessions. So for an online class, that comes to 14 days of continuous inactivity or non-participation. For seated classes, that is 7 or more unexcused absences. So non-participation or excessive absences will result from you being administratively withdrawn from the course, or an instructor can request that you be administratively withdrawn from the course due to non-participation. So if you're not engaging in your classes, you could expect communication from the CCP office, either by a phone call, email, or text message. We will also be in contact with your guidance counselor. We want you to succeed in the class, and we want to set you up sooner rather than later with the appropriate student supports, or by withdrawing you from the course if that's the best move for you. CCP students must adhere to our no-fault drop deadline, and this is a state policy, and what it states is that you have the first 2 weeks of your course to decide if you want to drop it or not. If you drop the class during that first 2-week window, you do not fail the course. There are no negative repercussions to your GPA, and you don't have to pay for the course. But if you fail the course, if you drop the class after that no-fault drop period, or if you are administratively withdrawn after the no-fault drop period, you are responsible for the entire cost of the course. The dropped class might result in a WF or a withdraw fail on your transcript, and that's going to have negative impact to your high school GPA and your college GPA. If you need to drop the course, please email me. If you are scheduling courses or ready to schedule, I will schedule courses for you. You need to either use the link on this slide to create an advising appointment or email me what your course selections are. If you're new to CCP, I recommend you review our list of level 1 courses or look at some of the 15 and 30 credit hour pathways to kind of get you on track towards a program of study or to become more familiar with your gen ed courses. My contact information is on this slide. You can call me. Email is preferred. All right, so now that you are admitted to CCP and we want to get you started getting your TU accounts all set up, you will start first by going to tiffin.edu. In this very top drop-down box, I want you to select that you are a current student and hit go. If you scroll down, you've got a few links here for resources that will set up your multi-factor authentication, email, and get you started with your Dragon ID. Start with step 1, the MFA. You will need to download the Microsoft Authenticator app to your phone, but the MFA is a required first step. Next, you'll click this to get a step-by-step instruction guide for accessing your email. This is another quick link to email if you prefer that. As a CCP student, you should have a TU ID card. That's the Virtual Dragon ID. We no longer print a hard plastic ID for you anymore. It's all digital, so it's going to be on your phone. Clicking this will give you a single-page list of instructions for how to do that. Then you have another quick couple links to My Apps and My TU portal. I'm going to show you first the My Apps page. This is kind of your main dashboard. I recommend bookmarking this because every app that you have access to through Microsoft is going to be here. You can scroll down this list and find some TU specific apps, which will be helpful to you. The other great thing about this apps dashboard is that you can drag and drop these apps wherever you need them so that it works best for you. The first one I want to show you is self-service, and it looks like this one here. When you click into self-service, this is what your homepage is going to look like. Through here, you can see your class schedule, check out grades, look at an unofficial transcript, and search for courses. Under classes, you can click My Schedule, make sure the period or the term is set correctly, but this is where your schedule will appear. Please check this before term starts, just to make sure that the location or the room building or room number has not changed for your course. Under grade, you can see grade reports for classes. This is where you'll find your unofficial transcript. And under courses here, you can search for a course, but like I said, you can't enroll yourself into any of them. This will pretty much show you just course availability and how many seats might be left in the course. When you know what course you want to take, please email me to get yourself registered. There's also a link in here to your My TU portal. This is another great little hub of resources for the students. The first one I want to show you is under student services. You will have quick links to career services, dining, health services, student accounts. Not all of these will be applicable to CCP students. For example, you really don't need financial aid or the housing links, but they're there. Under campus services is where you will find a link to campus safety and security. They will have hours of operation, phone numbers, and emails listed. But way down here at the bottom is a parking permit form. If you are taking classes on campus, you need to register your vehicle at this link. Your parking permit is free, but you do have to fill this out and then pick up a physical parking tag from the security office in Gilmore. Otherwise, you could be susceptible to having your car ticketed or towed. The last one down here on campus services is information technology. This is our tech department. So if you are experiencing issues with your password, if you need a password reset, if you can't log into Microsoft or Moodle or whatever the case may be, the network, printers, this is your way to go. If IT does not fix it for you, they can put you in contact with the correct department that will fix whatever you need to. This is their phone number, and there's also an email address listed here for you to make these ticket requests to have your problems fixed. There are academic resources available to you as well. Specifically, The Right Place, Peer Tutoring, and the Murphy Academic Center. These are all free resources that you can use as a CCP student. They include peer tutoring. You can do in-person or virtual tutoring. This is where you will find the test center. And again, hours are listed as well as a phone number and email address so that you can schedule an appointment if need be. Now, the other thing I want to show you is the academic calendar. As a CCP student, you do have to follow Tiffin University's academic calendar. That is under academics, way down at the bottom, academic calendar. The first bit you'll find here, this is for seated courses. Online academic calendar is just below that. Now you'll notice there's a note in here, last day to withdraw without a failing grade. That does not apply to CCP students. You've got 2 weeks in that no-fault drop period to decide if you want to drop the course or stay in it. Now, please be aware that if you are taking a CCP course at the high school, then you will follow a sort of hybrid academic calendar. The course itself follows the Tiffin University academic calendar as far as course start dates, the end date for the course, and when we have our winter, spring, and fall breaks. But if you are at the high school and school is canceled due to inclement weather, or you've got a scheduled teacher in service day, you do not need to go to the high school to sit in on a CCP class. It will be canceled if your high school is not in session. If you have questions about the calendar, please send me an email or give me a call. I'm more than happy to kind of sit down and sort through the calendar so that you have a good understanding of what it is expected. Finally, I will touch quickly into Moodle. This is where your class is housed. If you click Moodle, it takes you to your full dashboard here. Now, you will only see your classes as soon as the Friday before the class is scheduled to start. So if you're enrolled in a Term 2 course, you're not going to see those at the start of the semester. When you do get access to your course, you'll click into the course. For example, I'm looking at a DLT course right here. And you will navigate through the course from this pane on the left-hand side. For seated courses, you might not see everything all at once, but if your course is online, you will see everything here and you can click through, maybe work ahead for some things. But in Moodle is where you will submit all of your course assignments. You might do discussion posts on Moodle, take quizzes or tests. Everything goes through Moodle. So if you have any questions about Moodle, accessing the course, if you're having trouble navigating around, please give me a call or an email. We can walk through it together. But this is just an example of what Moodle looks like. If your class requires a lab component, you'll see a link for Cengage MindTap. If there's a textbook that's required, you'll have a link to Dragon Access. That's where you access your textbook. And one final note about textbooks is if you need a physical book for accommodation purposes, you need to contact our Office of Disability Services as soon as possible. That way we can get the process started. Whatever accommodations you have in place at the high school will not automatically carry over to the college. And it's going to be your responsibility to initiate that process. So one more time, here's my contact information. If you have any questions, please call or email. I'm more than happy to create an advising appointment with you and really dive into the depths of CCP and answer any questions you might have. Okay, thank you.